Did you know that nearly 70% of adults over 50 are unknowingly taking supplements that could be silently damaging their liver, heart, and even increasing cancer risk? What's shocking is that many of these supplements are marketed as essential for healthy aging, yet recent medical research reveals they may be doing more harm than good. I'm Dr. Elena Carter, a physician with over 10 years of experience specializing in health and quality of life for people over 50. And today, I'm going to expose 6 supplements that could be sabotaging your health after age 50. Throughout this video, I'll reveal why popular calming supplements like kava might be slowly poisoning your liver, how calcium pills could be creating dangerous mineral buildups in your arteries, and the surprising truth about high-dose vitamin E that's actually weakening your cellular energy production. I'll also share the hidden dangers of iron supplementation, the shocking prostate cancer connection with selenium supplements, and why certain estrogen-mimicking compounds could increase breast cancer risk in postmenopausal women. By the end of this presentation, you'll have a clear roadmap of what to avoid and safer alternatives that actually support your body's natural healing processes. The supplement industry generates billions of dollars annually by convincing mature adults that more is always better when it comes to vitamins and minerals. However, what works for younger bodies often becomes counterproductive as we age, and understanding these critical differences could literally save your life. As we get older, our bodies process nutrients differently, our organs become less efficient at detoxification, and our hormonal balance shifts dramatically. This means supplements that seemed beneficial in our 30s and 40s can become health hazards in our 50s and beyond. The first supplement that deserves serious caution is kava, a tropical root that's become increasingly popular as a natural anxiety remedy. Many mature adults turn to kava after stressful days, seeking its calming effects that mimic low-dose alcohol consumption. While this might seem like a harmless way to unwind, emerging research suggests kava poses significant risks to liver health, particularly for those over 50. The Journal of Drug and Alcohol Dependence published compelling evidence showing elevated GGT enzyme levels in regular kava users, indicating potential liver toxicity. The mechanism behind kava's liver damage appears related to bile production interference. When bile flow becomes restricted, toxins that should be eliminated from the body begin accumulating in liver tissue, creating a dangerous backlog effect. This is particularly concerning for mature adults because liver regeneration capacity decreases substantially with age. While a younger person might recover from minor liver stress, those over 50 have significantly reduced ability to repair hepatic damage. Instead of risking liver health with kava, consider magnesium supplementation as a safer alternative for anxiety management. Magnesium directly supports gamma-aminobutyric acid production in the brain, the same neurotransmitter pathway that kava targets, but without the toxic side effects. Research consistently demonstrates that magnesium glycinate or magnesium malate, taken in doses of 200 to 400 milligrams before bedtime, provides superior calming effects compared to herbal anxiolytics while simultaneously supporting cardiovascular health, bone density, and muscle function. The second supplement to approach with extreme caution is calcium, despite decades of marketing messages convincing us that calcium pills are essential for bone health. This recommendation might surprise you, given how deeply ingrained calcium supplementation has become in mature adult wellness routines. However, recent large-scale studies reveal a troubling paradox that challenges everything we thought we knew about calcium supplementation. The American Journal of Nephrology analyzed over 6,000 patients and discovered that individuals consuming calcium-rich diets experienced lower rates of cardiovascular disease and kidney stone formation. Conversely, those taking calcium supplements showed increased incidence of both conditions. This contradictory finding highlights a fundamental principle of nutrition that the supplement industry often ignores. Isolated nutrients behave differently in the body compared to nutrients consumed in their natural food matrix. When you swallow a calcium supplement, you're introducing a massive, unopposed mineral load that lacks the cofactors and balancing nutrients found in whole foods. Calcium requires magnesium, vitamin D, vitamin K2, and various trace minerals to be properly utilized by the body. Without these companions, supplemental calcium doesn't efficiently reach bone tissue where it's needed. Instead, it accumulates in soft tissues, blood vessels, and organs, where it causes calcification and inflammation. This misplaced calcium contributes to arterial stiffening, a major risk factor for heart disease and stroke in mature adults. Additionally, excess calcium interferes with magnesium absorption and utilization, creating a cascade of problems including muscle cramps, irregular heartbeat, and increased anxiety. The solution isn't more calcium supplements, but rather ensuring adequate vitamin D levels through sensible sun exposure or supplementation, which enables your body to properly direct dietary calcium to bone tissue while preventing soft tissue calcification. Focus on obtaining calcium from nutrient-dense whole foods like leafy greens, sardines with bones, and high-quality dairy products if tolerated. These sources provide calcium alongside the cofactors necessary for proper utilization, creating a synergistic effect that supplements simply cannot replicate. Additionally, prioritize magnesium supplementation to maintain proper mineral balance and support the hundreds of enzymatic processes that depend on this critical nutrient. The third category, requiring careful consideration, encompasses high-dose antioxidant supplements, particularly vitamin E, vitamin A, and synthetic beta-carotene. During the 1990s, the medical community enthusiastically embraced megadose antioxidant therapy based on the logical assumption that more antioxidants would provide better protection against aging and disease. However, decades of subsequent research have revealed that this approach fundamentally misunderstands how the body maintains optimal health. Your body possesses sophisticated endogenous antioxidant systems that evolved over millions of years to handle oxidative stress. These systems include powerful enzymes like superoxide dismutase, catalase, and glutathione peroxidase, which work together to neutralize harmful free radicals while preserving beneficial oxidative processes. When you flood your system with synthetic antioxidants, you essentially override these natural defense mechanisms, potentially weakening them over time. This concept becomes particularly relevant for mitochondrial health, which is crucial for maintaining energy and vitality as we age. Mitochondria, the cellular powerhouses responsible for energy production, require controlled exposure to oxidative stress to trigger beneficial adaptations. This process, called mitochondrial biogenesis, strengthens and multiplies these energy-producing organelles, improving overall cellular function and resilience. High-dose vitamin E supplementation, typically 400 to 800 IU daily, has been shown to interfere with PGC1-alpha, a key regulator of mitochondrial biogenesis. By suppressing this pathway, megadose antioxidants may actually accelerate cellular aging and reduce your body's ability to generate energy efficiently. This explains why some studies have found increased mortality rates among individuals taking high-dose antioxidant supplements. However, modest amounts of vitamin E, around 45 to 50 IU, as found in high-quality multivitamins, appear to support rather than suppress natural antioxidant systems. The key is finding the optimal dose that provides protection without overwhelming your body's natural defenses. Rather than relying on synthetic antioxidants, focus on consuming a diverse array of colorful vegetables and fruits, which provide antioxidants in their natural context alongside thousands of other beneficial compounds. Consider incorporating adaptogenic compounds that support your body's natural stress response rather than replacing it. Medicinal mushrooms like reishi, cordyceps, and lion's mane work by enhancing endogenous antioxidant production while supporting cellular resilience. These compounds work with your body's natural systems rather than against them, providing sustainable benefits without the risks associated with megadose synthetic antioxidants. The fourth supplement requiring extreme caution is iron, unless specifically prescribed by a healthcare provider based on documented deficiency. Iron supplementation represents one of the most potentially dangerous practices in the supplement world. Yet it remains remarkably common among mature adults who believe more iron will boost their energy levels. This misconception has led countless individuals to inadvertently harm their health through unnecessary iron consumption. Iron's primary function involves oxygen transport, but this same property makes it highly susceptible to oxidation within the body. When excess iron accumulates in tissues, it generates harmful free radicals through a process called the Fenton reaction. These iron-catalyzed free radicals cause widespread cellular damage, contributing to accelerated aging, organ dysfunction, and increased disease risk. The standard blood tests used to assess iron status measure serum iron and hemoglobin levels, which only reflect iron currently circulating in the bloodstream. These tests fail to accurately assess ferritin levels and total body iron stores, potentially missing dangerous iron accumulation in organs like the liver, heart, and pancreas. This means you could have normal blood iron levels while simultaneously suffering from iron overload in critical organs. Pathogenic bacteria, viruses, and cancer cells require iron for growth and replication. Excess iron essentially feeds these harmful organisms, potentially promoting infection and malignancy. Additionally, iron competes with other essential minerals for absorption, potentially creating deficiencies in zinc, magnesium, and copper, even when these nutrients are adequately consumed. Immune cells called macrophages absorb excess iron, becoming dysfunctional and promoting chronic inflammation. This iron-driven inflammatory process contributes to numerous age-related diseases, including cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and neurodegenerative conditions. Rather than taking iron supplements, focus on consuming iron-rich foods like grass-fed meat, organ meats, and leafy greens, which provide iron alongside cofactors that support proper utilization and prevent toxicity. If you suspect iron deficiency, work with a knowledgeable healthcare provider to assess your complete iron panel, including ferritin, transferrin saturation, and total iron binding capacity. These comprehensive tests provide a much clearer picture of your iron status than basic blood work. Additionally, consider that many symptoms attributed to iron deficiency, such as fatigue and weakness, may actually result from other nutritional deficiencies or underlying health conditions that won't improve with iron supplementation. The fifth supplement requiring special attention from men is selenium, particularly for those already consuming selenium-rich foods or living in selenium-rich geographic regions. While selenium plays crucial roles in immune function, thyroid metabolism, and antioxidant defense, the margin between beneficial and harmful doses is remarkably narrow. This makes selenium supplementation particularly risky for individuals who may already have adequate selenium status. The Journal of the National Cancer Institute published alarming findings from a study following over 1,700 men for several years. Researchers discovered that men in the highest tier of natural selenium levels, who then took selenium supplements, experienced a 91% increased risk of prostate cancer compared to those with lower selenium levels who didn't supplement. This finding suggests that selenium supplementation may be harmful rather than protective when baseline selenium status is already adequate. The mechanism behind selenium's potential cancer-promoting effects remains unclear, but the dramatic increase in risk cannot be ignored. Selenium functions as both an antioxidant and a pro-oxidant, depending on dosage and cellular context. At appropriate levels, selenium supports beneficial enzymatic processes, but excess selenium may interfere with these same pathways, potentially promoting rather than preventing cellular damage. Geographic location significantly influences selenium intake, as soil selenium content varies dramatically across different regions. Individuals living in selenium-rich areas like parts of the Great Plains naturally consume more selenium through locally grown foods, making supplementation potentially dangerous. Additionally, Brazil nuts contain extremely high selenium concentrations, with just 2 nuts providing the entire daily requirement. Rather than taking selenium supplements, assess your natural selenium intake through dietary sources. If you regularly consume Brazil nuts, tuna, or other selenium-rich foods, additional supplementation is likely unnecessary and potentially harmful. The narrow therapeutic window for selenium makes it one supplement where less is definitely more, particularly for mature men concerned about prostate health. If you're considering selenium supplementation, work with a healthcare provider who can assess your baseline selenium status through blood testing. This comprehensive approach ensures you're making informed decisions based on your individual needs rather than following generic recommendations that may not apply to your specific situation. The sixth and final supplement requiring caution, particularly for postmenopausal women, encompasses soy isoflavones and similar phytoestrogen compounds. Many women turn to these supplements hoping to alleviate menopausal symptoms through natural estrogen-like effects. However, emerging research suggests these compounds may create more problems than they solve, particularly regarding cancer risk. Soy isoflavones belong to a class of compounds called phytoestrogens, which can mimic estrogen activity in the body. While this might seem beneficial for women experiencing estrogen decline during menopause, the reality is far more complex. Multiple studies have failed to demonstrate significant improvements in menopausal symptoms from soy isoflavone supplementation, calling into question their effectiveness for the primary reason most women take them. More concerning is the potential cancer risk associated with phytoestrogen supplementation. Research indicates that soy isoflavones may increase the risk of estrogen receptor positive breast cancers, which represent the most common and potentially aggressive form of breast cancer in postmenopausal women. The mechanism appears related to these compounds' ability to stimulate estrogen-sensitive tissues, even when natural estrogen levels are low. The timing of phytoestrogen exposure may be crucial, with some research suggesting that exposure during certain life stages may be more problematic than others. Postmenopausal women may be particularly vulnerable because their natural estrogen production has declined, making them more sensitive to external estrogen-like compounds. Rather than relying on phytoestrogen supplements, focus on comprehensive lifestyle approaches to managing menopausal transitions. Regular exercise, stress management, adequate sleep, and proper nutrition provide more substantial and sustainable benefits than any single supplement. Additionally, these approaches support overall health without the potential risks associated with hormone-mimicking compounds. If you're struggling with severe menopausal symptoms, work with a healthcare provider experienced in women's health to explore safer alternatives. Bioidentical hormone replacement therapy, when appropriately prescribed and monitored, may provide more predictable and safer results than over-the-counter phytoestrogen supplements. Understanding why these supplements become more dangerous with age requires appreciating the fundamental changes that occur in mature bodies. Liver function declines, reducing the body's ability to process and eliminate potentially harmful compounds. Kidney function also decreases, affecting the body's capacity to maintain proper mineral balance and eliminate waste products. Hormonal changes significantly alter how nutrients are processed and utilized. Declining growth hormone, testosterone, estrogen, and thyroid hormones all influence supplement metabolism in ways that younger bodies don't experience. Additionally, the accumulation of years of environmental toxin exposure creates a higher baseline toxic load that supplements can exacerbate. Cellular repair mechanisms become less efficient with age, meaning that damage from inappropriate supplementation takes longer to heal and may become permanent. This is particularly relevant for organ systems like the liver and kidneys that bear the primary burden of processing supplements and eliminating waste products. The takeaway isn't that all supplements are dangerous for mature adults, but rather that the approach must be more thoughtful, individualized, and conservative. Focus on nutrients that are commonly deficient and difficult to obtain from food alone, such as vitamin D, magnesium, and omega-3 fatty acids. Avoid megadose formulations and synthetic compounds that don't exist in nature. Work with healthcare providers who understand the unique nutritional needs of mature adults and can assess your individual requirements through appropriate testing. This personalized approach ensures you're addressing genuine deficiencies rather than following generic recommendations that may not apply to your situation. Consider that the best supplement program for someone over 50 often involves fewer supplements taken more strategically rather than more supplements taken indiscriminately. Quality becomes more important than quantity, and the goal shifts from optimization to maintenance and protection of existing health. Remember that supplements should complement, not replace, a foundation of proper nutrition, regular exercise, stress management, and adequate sleep. These lifestyle factors provide more substantial health benefits than any supplement regimen and create the optimal environment for supplements to work effectively when they are appropriate. The supplement industry continues to market heavily to mature adults, often using fear-based messaging about aging and decline to sell products. Developing the knowledge to make informed decisions protects both your health and your wallet, while ensuring you're truly supporting your body's needs rather than working against them. As we conclude this comprehensive review of potentially dangerous supplements for mature adults, remember that knowledge is your best defense against marketing hype and misinformation. The 6 supplements we've discussed, kava, calcium, high-dose antioxidants, iron, selenium, and soy isoflavones, all carry specific risks that increase with age and may outweigh any potential benefits. Making informed decisions about supplementation becomes increasingly important as we age because the consequences of poor choices compound over time. By avoiding these potentially harmful supplements and focusing on evidence-based approaches to nutrition and health, you're taking a crucial step toward maintaining vitality and wellness throughout your mature years. I encourage you to share this information with friends and family members who might benefit from understanding these important safety considerations. If you found this presentation valuable, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more evidence-based health information specifically designed for mature adults. Leave a comment below sharing your thoughts or questions about supplement safety, and I'll do my best to provide helpful responses. Your engagement helps us continue creating content that supports the health and well-being of our community. Thank you for taking the time to prioritize your health through education and informed decision-making.